Good day and welcome to the SAGE certification programs. You are embarking on a very exciting journey, and as learning services, we are here to support you along the way. My name is Ansie Stander. I am the Learning Program Manager for Learning Services at SAGE. We want to really thank you for choosing SAGE as your software provider and also congratulate you on deciding to enroll onto one of these exciting certification programs. The purpose of this video is to share with you more information in terms of the workflow of the programs. So just to give you more structure and to make sure that you know what is expected to do from your side and so that you know what you can expect from us. I want us to start by just looking at the modality of what we are offering to our business partners, as well as our elite customers and our SAGE colleagues. First of all, this is an online offering as a certification program. Obviously, you will have to have a stable internet. You will have to have enough data to allow you to join this program. We share all the training material on our LMS, which is Cornerstone. The front end of Cornerstone is what we call SAGE University. In short, we call it SAGE U, and you will get very familiar with SAGE University. The second thing I want to mention at this stage is that this is an on-demand certification program, which means that there's no start date and end date to this. So even though we have scheduled training sessions, it depends on time, it depends on the availability of resources for you to decide when you are joining the course or the certification. You have 1 year, 365 days to complete this, and you can join at any stage. So you study at your own pace as you have time to do so. We present this as self-study with, as I mentioned, virtual training sessions. These are opportunities where we have a trainer available to discuss anything that you might, any question that you might have. It's a question and answer session. It is also an opportunity where the trainer actually trains the content. If you have problems, you can then sort it out with the trainer in the virtual environment. And I will strongly advise that you attend these contact sessions. I will explain a little bit more about that once we are going through the different steps in the workflow. The whole program consists out of two main sections. We have what we call a pre-work section and then also a core module section. There are also two learning packages. There's a pre-work learning package and a core module learning package. But when we go through the steps in the workflow, I will explain a lot more about that. Most of you know that we have 3 different certification programs for the mid-market payroll and HR products at SAGE. The first one is for SAGE 300 people payroll. I have included an email address on the screen that you can use. And the dedicated facilitator for this program is Nelly Nyker. We have a second program separate from the payroll one, the HR modules of SAGE 300 people. Again, there's an email address, and Tian Snyman is the dedicated trainer who manages that program. And then thirdly, we have a certification program for SAGE Business Cloud Payroll Professional, or SBCPP, and Premier. Even though those are 2 different products, it's only one certification. Again, you will see an email address on the screen, and Izan Haldenays is your contact person because she is the trainer of, or the facilitator of, that program. I also want to mention that in this video, I cover all the different roles that we have curriculums for, meaning the implementation consultant, as well as the sales consultant. And even the elite customers, you will be known as a payroll expert. Just before we start with the actual steps in the workflow, I just want to share with you your first point of contact depending on who you are, because we have different audiences listening to this video. If you're a business partner or a business partner consultant, your first point of contact or person of contact is Narissa Muhundas. Most of you will know Narissa. She is part of the business partner enablement team, and she is the person who deals with all business partner related queries. So if as a business partner, you have one or two or a couple of consultants that should join one of these 3 certification programs, then Narissa is the person to contact. If you are an elite customer of ours, then your person to contact would be Lindy Smith. Lindy is the sales manager for learning services, and she will, with her team, deal with all the queries from your side. If you are a Sage colleague, then myself would be the person to contact. Should you have any queries, I am there to help. Let's start going through the whole workflow. There are 10 easy steps to follow. The first 5 are all about the pre-work package, and steps 6 to 10 is more about the core module learning package. The very first thing you have to do if you want to join this program is to create a profile on Sage University. Most of you would have done so already. If you have not created a profile, then there is a document available. The document looks like this. It will give you, first of all, the URL of how to access Sage University, and then this document gives you very easy to follow print screens and steps on what to do to create your profile. Without a profile on Sage University, there's nothing that you can do, because we share with you everything you need to know on Sage University. So a profile consists out of a username, which is normally an email address, and a password. Once you've created your Sage University profile, the next thing you have to do is to request your pre-work learning package, but it depends on who you are. If you're a business partner, you must request it, and the way to do so is explained in a document that looks like this. Again, easy steps, easy print screens, and your request will then be picked up by Narissa's team, and they will authorize that you can actually have this pre-work package. It will then display on your Sage University transcript. So again, if you're a business partner, you have to actually request it. If you have never seen the document that I have just opened up, please be in contact with Narissa so that she can send you the document. If you are a colleague, a Sage colleague or an elite customer, then your pre-work package will be assigned to your Sage University transcript. You don't have to request it. Step 2. The pre-work learning package will be assigned to your Sage University transcript, as I mentioned before, and all you have to do then is to actually access your transcript and click on the button that says Open Curriculum. And I will, in the next couple of seconds, show you on Sage University itself how easy that is. Once you have clicked on the Open Curriculum button, you will see that the very first item on your transcript is an e-learning. Now, it is really important to watch that e-learning and to work through it. That e-learning gives you all the detail and everything you need to know about the pre-work learning package itself, about the content thereof. There are a lot of documentations as well, but I think if you have worked through the e-learning, you should really feel comfortable about everything in the pre-work learning package. So that's the first thing that you must please do before you then work through the rest of the pre-work content. When you are satisfied and you feel confident that you will pass an assessment on the pre-work content, then please attempt the assessment. The pass rate is 75%. That is the pass rate for all our assessments, and you have 2 attempts to achieve 75%. It's really important to do this pre-work assessment because the pre-work assessment or the passing thereof actually triggers the automatically assignment of the core module learning package. So you cannot just skip the pre-work or skip the assessment, because that's the way, by passing the pre-work assessment, that you will actually receive your core module learning package. At this stage, I want to share with you on Sage University what it looks like. So when you access Sage University, then your personal landing page will look like this. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see there's a big nice tile that says View My Learning. And if you click on View Now, you will see that your transcript will open up. Now, the transcript is the common place of where all of your learning, the items are gathered. You scroll down a little bit, you will see those are the learning packages on my transcript. So you will, as an example, this is the 300 people payroll pre-work package that I'm going to use for a demonstration. You will find this on your Sage University transcript once you've requested it as a business partner, or if you're an elite customer or a colleague, if we know about you, we will assign it to your transcript. There's the button that says Open Curriculum, as I've explained in the presentation. Once you've clicked on it, you will see that the content opens up on the left-hand side. And the very first item is that e-learning that I spoke about, the one that I said, please work through it, because that gives you so much more detail on what is actually happening in the pre-work learning package. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time explaining all the content. What I want to show you actually is just that your pre-work assessment already loaded inside of the pre-work learning package. This button will say launch, and it will take you into an online assessment. Back to the steps. Next few steps from 6 to 10, it's all about your core module package. So like I said previously, the core module learning package will automatically be assigned once you've passed the pre-work assessment, but please allow 24 to 48 hours for this to happen. It's not an immediate thing, because this is a learning management system. Certain scripts need to run in the back end. So allow at least one night after you've passed your pre-work assessment before you go back onto your transcript and see where the core module package is. It will appear there within 24 to 48 hours. Step 7, again, just like on the pre-work learning package, there's an e-learning that I want you to work through. Spend some time on it. It's not a long e-learning, but it gives you valuable information on the structure and what is happening in your core module learning package. So do that as the first thing once you've received that core module learning package. Also, there is a lot of relevant documentation that I want you to work through. It is information like, what does the course catalog look like? In other words, almost like a curriculum. What is it that we actually address in this whole program? There are documents explaining all of that. Step 8 is just very easy. A lot of time that's going to go into it, but it says start working through the core module certification content. It is not a quick thing. Don't think you are going to just quickly work through the content. It is really complex. Some of the system, especially 300 people, you have to invest and really spend quality time to enable you to be successful in mastering the content. Step 9 is about the non-compulsory virtual training sessions or contact sessions that are available. I've mentioned it before, but I want to spend a little bit more time on this. The number of training sessions differ depending on the product that you have chosen or the certification program that you are on. For example, if you enroll onto the 300 people payroll certification, there are 13 different training sessions already scheduled. So there are 13 opportunities that you can actually have contact with your facilitator. On SBCPP, we have 11 contact sessions, and on 300 people HR, there are 4 different contact sessions. I want to show you a document and just explain to you what we want you to understand about these training sessions or contact sessions. First of all, in this document, you will find steps on how do you book yourself on one of these contact sessions. Please take note that you will not automatically be booked on a contact session because this is on demand. You have to tell us that you are ready to join a certain contact session. And it's really easy. The contact session booking itself or the session is already in your learning package. All you have to do is go to the relevant contact session and click on the button that says select session. All the possible sessions will open up. You click on request and then you are booked. And then the trainers will know to expect you the morning at 9 o'clock when the training session starts. Training sessions are from 9 to 4, and for HR, it is from 9 to 1 o'clock. So half day for the HR program, but full day training sessions for the payroll programs. If it happens that you cannot attend one of these virtual contact sessions, do not worry, because we have recordings available that you can listen to or work through. It's plan B for you, but we realize that being a person who is in full employment anyway, you are really busy consulting, you have a job to do. So it is sometimes difficult to be able to get away from all of that and join these contact sessions, although it is advisable that you do. But if you don't, please take note that we have recordings available that you can work through. These recordings are also preloaded in the learning package. We scroll down a little bit in the same document. This is an example of contact sessions on the 300 people payroll program. Contact session 1 will be a session where we will deal with company management. On the right-hand side, you will see all the possible dates where you can book yourself on a contact session 1. Let's say, for example, you decide to join and you want to book yourself on contact session 1, let's say on the 15th of March. That means that you will have to follow some kind of pattern, because you'll see down here that contact session 2 that deals with employee management, there is a session on the 16th of March. So if you attended on the 15th and the 16th, you will be ready to do the assessment 1, which is about company management in the example that I'm using. And I will say more about the assessments in a minute, but you will see a list of all the different contact sessions, what they are about, what they deal with, and the different or possible dates. And we have pre-scheduled them 1 year ahead. This is the same for all the programs. So you will have a similar document for SBCPP, whether if you join that program or for People HR. I want to show you just another view of these same contact sessions. So this is just in an Excel format. So let's take that same example that I've used just now. So if you decide that you want to join the program, let's say maybe beginning of March, you give yourself 2 weeks to complete the pre-work that you have to do. You do your pre-work assessment, you pass the assessment, core module is assigned, and you book yourself for contact session 1 on the 15th of March. Then, if you just look on the screen, if you follow this light grayish color, then it means if it's possible for you to attend all of these contact sessions, it means you will attend the last contact session on the 22nd of May. So it takes approximately 2 months for 300 people as well as SPCPP when you work according to the contact sessions, but you don't have to. You can skip contact sessions if you want to, as long as you pass your assessment. Or you can skip contact sessions, listen to recordings whenever you have time, and do the certification quicker. So that's the on-demand and the beauty thereof, because you can do it at your own pace. So this was just another view of the contact session itself. And then the last step in terms of the workflow is all about the assessments. Again, different number of assessments per program. The thing that you have to remember here is, except for the 75% pass mark, is that you have to pass one assessment before the next one will be activated or become available. You cannot do your assessments all over the place. You have to start with assessment 1, pass it, then assessment 2, and you carry on like that until you have passed the last assessment. And at that stage, you will then be certified. Again, I want to take you to Sage University quickly, just to show you. As an example, I'm going to use the core module package of Sage Business Cloud Payroll Professional. So it will typically look something like this. So we use a code, SBCPP. It's the Business Partner Consultant Certification Training for South Africa. I'm going to just click on Open Curriculum. And it works basically the same look and feel as what we've seen in the pre-work package. Again, there's that e-learning that I referred to that is going to give you so much more detail on what the core module is all about. Then on the left-hand side, you will see you're getting started. So we give you everything in terms of loading the software. On 300 people, we give you information on how to load SQL, how to load the program. Here, we're going to direct you to where you can find the software that you will need. We have a little folder for the core modules. Inside of the core modules, you will find all the training material. There's the contact session that you need to book yourself on, as I have shown you a couple of minutes ago. And as part of the learning material, you'll find PDF manuals, you will find e-learnings, all different kinds of training material is already loaded into your learning package. You will find a folder for all the different assessments. So on SPCPP, there are 5 different assessments that you will have to pass until certification. And then also in this package, you will see that your recordings have been listed separately in a folder. So as I said earlier, if you miss any of these contact sessions, then these recordings are available for you to use. Right. And that is an overview of what you can expect. I hope that this video really helps you just to get you started and to give you a bird's view of what these programs is all about. And I really want to wish you all the best. Good luck. There is a lot of work that's going to go into this. I know it's a lot of hours that you're going to have to put in, but you will definitely reap the benefits of this. At the end, we will certify you and you will be part of the payroll and HR ecosystem. And we know that from a SAGE's point of view, you will do us proud. So thank you for listening to me. All the best and goodbye.